Welcome in to Nevada Prep's Facebook Live. I'm Elaine Emerson alongside Ben Gotz. Ben, thank you so much for holding down the fort for me last week. I really appreciate it. You did this show solo. That's tough.
I tried my best, and welcome back. And of course, congratulations, Elaine Emerson.
Thank you so much.
Still very weird to me. Still very weird.
Still hard for me too. You know, you have the same name for 24 years. It's kind of hard to reprogram your brain that way. But yeah, thanks so much. It was a good weekend for sure.
And this weekend is starting off well with some good football games, even though it's Thursday because Nevada Day is tomorrow. But we had the 3A playoff start, and in the 4A, we're getting down to the end of the regular season, so a lot of games with playoff implications. And one of them was the game I was at tonight, Foothill and Green Valley, and there's a lot of highlights from this one, a lot of offense in this game. So let's check out some of the top plays from this one. It was Green Valley's senior night, and they got started right away. Ricky Patillo with a 93-yard touchdown catch from quarterback Garrett Castro. I mean, he just went all the way, so huge play early on for Green Valley there in the first quarter. Then Coy Riggin answers right away for Foothill. Huge touchdown pass to Jordan Blakely, but then Green Valley has a punt, and Foothill can't hang on. So Gators make the recovery, and then late in the first quarter, Castro throws another touchdown pass to who else but Patillo in the back of the end zone. That's 2 touchdowns in the first quarter for them. Riggin responds again. Nice pass there. And look who gets out of a tackle. Elijah Bryant has the jersey pulled but does not go down and gets into the end zone. So Foothill is up 13-12 at the half. And then look at this rainbow to Braden Wilson by Riggin. I mean, that thing had a lot of air. Then here's Castro again throwing, and it is picked off and taken the other way by Javier Vasquez. So Foothill ends up winning this one 46-25 on Green Valley senior night. The Falcons are now guaranteed a home playoff game, and they bounce back in a big way after losing their first game of the season to Liberty last week.
And we would be remiss if we didn't talk about that video board. You got to see it in person.
Huge video board by Green Valley. Very impressive. I loved all the player stuff they had during it. They put out the offensive line during the game, and even the little stuff too, like they showed the marching band at halftime and then before the game. So those little touches, I think, made a big difference, at least for me watching the game.
I love it. Thank you so much for those highlights. Another big game with playoff implications in the Northwest. Canyon Springs Legacy. Our own Justin Emerson has more.
Justin Emerson here with Nevada Preps for the 3rd year in a row. Canyon Springs, your Northeast League champions. They went undefeated in league play for the 3rd year in a row. It's their 4th title in 5 years, and Canyon Springs did it in a myriad of ways tonight. Xavier DeLong, the quarterback, he was very efficient. He had the deep ball working, and when he needed to, the screen was working as well. Martin Blake caught a 7-yard screen touchdown pass in the first quarter, a field goal. They had an 11-8 lead at halftime, not a score you see very often, and they cruised in the second half, and they took their 3rd Northeast League title in a row. They have not lost a league game now in 4 years, and they've won 4 of the last 5 league championships. For Nevada Preps, I'm Justin Emerson.
Man, Canyon Springs, congrats again. They're pulling it out, and I'm excited to see what they do in the playoffs.
Yeah, that defense has been impressive all year, and they've got some athletes on offense, so they can generate some plays.
Absolutely. Let's go next to the game that I was at, Durango at Sierra Vista. Let's start off with these highlights. We got to start off with showing off this beautiful harvest moon. We had it again tonight to help kick off senior night, also for Sierra Vista and the Mountain Lions. The 2 seniors had to get things kicked off. Of course, who else but Jordan Solomon connecting with wide receiver Tristan Jimenez. He bobbled it in the end zone a little bit, but he recovered quickly. Vista up 7-0 early on Durango. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Solomon connects once again to Jimenez right here from 15 yards out for the Mountain Lions to take a 14-0 lead with 3:24 left in the first quarter. But Durango, they are not done yet. After a big run from Tau Fotu, Caden Renshaw finds Michael Jackson in the back of the end zone to narrow the lead 14-6. Yes, that is really his name. I'm sure he gets that a lot. Then from there, the DeAndre Washington show got underway. These become his highlights from this point on, starting with an 11-yard run to close out the first quarter. Then he has a huge special teams play for Sierra Vista, a 66-yard punt return. Look at this. He grabs it and is just avoiding everybody Again, 66 yards to get Sierra Vista in the red zone, and then they ended up scoring on that play. Then Washington gets the handoff early in the fourth quarter, lays out a Durango defender, and gets the wheels going for a 50-yard touchdown there. Washington got another touchdown, his third on the night, midway through the fourth quarter to shore things up for the Mountain Lions. Sierra Vista takes this one 41-19. Of course, with help from their little mini Lions, their Lion Cubs, they call them, those cheerleaders. So I'm sure they had to do with this win in some way, the little Lion Cubs.
Absolutely. I mean, Durango's defense has been stout all year, so for Sierra Vista to put up that many points, you need a little something extra.
Yeah, and those girls definitely gave them the pep they needed, so congrats to Sierra Vista on this big win.
Yeah, well, so those are the 4A games we're going to talk about, but the 3A playoffs have started, and we had a good one tonight. Sunrise Mountain against Cheyenne. Let's check the highlights of this one, because now we're talking playoffs. Sunrise Mountain had a big upset over Virgin Valley in the regular season. Could they make it 2 big upsets on the year? Well, this is not the way to do it. There's a fumble, and Tajon Bullock of Cheyenne takes it 88 yards back for the score. Then here's Lewis Hornet for Cheyenne with the nifty move, and then gets to the sideline for a nice run there. And then here we have a huge effort on this touchdown by quarterback Joshua Rose for Cheyenne. Look at the extension to get that ball in the end zone, upside down.
Gymnastics.
I know. And here's Majay Madison with a big run to the outside for Cheyenne. So big offensive plays coming from everybody on this Desert Shields team. And yeah, here we go. That's actually Majay Madison. And then look at this batted pass. That is Mutombo-esque, deflecting it straight up in the air. Here's Hornet down the sideline again. He's running wild right now over the Miners. And then Ravion Brown is going to have a nice touchdown catch here. He had a great touchdown catch in Cheyenne's last-minute win last week. And then here's Sunrise Mountain finding back. Adjanae Cunningham is going to get the Miners into the red zone. And then he gets rewarded with another handoff. And he is in for the score. Cheyenne won that one 42-6 to win a playoff game.
Huge for the 3A playoffs to already be starting and 4A just around the corner. It's fun to see these games really come down to the wire, and they're all because of some top plays from a few guys. So let's hit the top plays. We'll start at that Sunrise Mountain Cheyenne game. A defender coming in clutch for this one. He comes in with this massive block, like you said, Mutombo-esque. It's straight out of an NBA game. Just a beautiful block for Cheyenne. Just gorgeous. Gotta love it.
Absolutely. You don't see many plays like that anymore.
No, not at all.
Well, here we got DeAndre Washington laying out the defender, one of his 3 touchdowns of the night. I mean, he just had an incredibly impressive game. And like I said before, this Durango defense has been good all year. So for him to do that to a poor dude like that, I mean, really impressive night for him and for the rest of the Mountain Lions.
And a freshman. We gotta give him a shout out. He's a freshman and hasn't played this entire year, so kudos to him. All right, our top play of the night. This one was just epic. Our man Richard Curry from Bonanza gets the top play. He's a 3-year football manager for Bonanza and a Special Olympics athlete. He ran in a 25-yard touchdown at the end of the Faith Lutheran game, and he got to celebrate with both his teammates and the Faith Lutheran players who all stormed the field into the end zone to congratulate him. So congrats, Richard, on that big touchdown. That must have meant a lot to him.
Yeah, that's amazing. And honestly, that's really what sports are all about. The camaraderie, the sportsmanship, and just coming together to celebrate an achievement like that is just really so awesome.
We had to give him a shout out. It was just the coolest thing we saw tonight by far. So congrats again, Richard. And make sure that you're tuning in to Nevada Preps for all of our highlights, right, Ben?
Absolutely, every week, especially now that the playoffs are starting. Like I said, 3A playoffs start this week. We'll have some 4A playoffs next week. And so you're going to want to be here at Nevada Preps for all the action. We will, of course, be here every Friday night recapping these on Facebook. So until next week, for Elaine Emerson, almost messed it up, I am Ben Gotz. Happy Nevada Day, everyone. We will see you next week.
Oh, you missed the kick.
I missed the kick.
What are you doing, man?
Your name messed me up.